The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run. One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches, so as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Now Breeze on third down. And that's caught by Smith. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. So that'll get him the first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. Mario Addison in on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 42-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. Hey, easy.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
From the gun on third down, Breeze. The open man is Smith. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 31-yard line. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big-time pickup. Play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone. Because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
On second and very short, Breeze. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Mario Addison coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Breeze now, flush to his. He can run for it, and he will. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
I like this effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of routing, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Lutz with the extra point. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Lutz now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Coming off the pick six, it's Newton. Taking a shot for Samuel. And this will be caught at the 30. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Curtis Samuel, an 80-yard touchdown, as they are now on the board here in the first half. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. On 2nd and 1, Breeze. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ted Ginn, 74 yards. And the Saints are able to strike quickly for 6.
Well, if the plan is to come in here and go toe-to-toe with these guys, it certainly does not hurt if you hit them with a big shot along the way, too.
That's got to give them some confidence. And the other thing right now, it quiets this crowd, at least for the time being.
Yeah, that is what is called the intended consequence of their actions.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 22-yard line.
Gun. Check right 47. It's been a long day for you.
The shotgun snap for Newton. This is caught. It's Greg Olsen. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
On 1st down, it's Newton. Airing it out for Olsen. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. A big play there for Carolina. 49 yards. So after the big play, look at this. All the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Check line 47. Check line 47. I got it.
Here's Newton. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, only thing larger than his name is wingspan as he knocks that one away.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter. A lot of time to change things. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half.
47's the mic. Hey, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 47's the mic. 47's the mic.
Now Newton on 3rd and goal. Toward the pylon, caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A 7-yard touchdown grab. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point forthcoming. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Well, we know he's an electric runner. Earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to bottle him up at different levels. That was your suggestion. Some mixed results.
Yeah, certainly, because we have seen him bottled up at times. We've seen him play him very well. We've also seen him pop the cork a few times and get out of there, haven't we?
We have indeed. Now this one complete on the slant route. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Ready? 5-9. Put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. 49. Check 49. Check 49. Here we go. 54 is Mike. Hey, kill. Check. Kill. 54. Check tight. Check tight. Ready, check.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
First down, Saints.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Hey, easy. Mike 54.
On 2nd and 12, Breeze. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Let's go, D.
Breeze to throw again. And this is going to be hauled in. Oh, what a catch at the 10. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Breeze now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. This one into the hands of Ginn out wide. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Ted Ginn in the final seconds of the first half. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Luck's good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. Like the Panthers' hands team does its job. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. A final shot before the break. Newton. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
That's caught. It's Thomas. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. From 10 yards out. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Gun.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. On 2nd and inches, Newton, and that's complete to McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. 3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
Come up the wall. Right there. 54. Right there. 54. What we got?
They will go for it. Now Newton. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada. They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Stop made there by Gerald McCoy.
Hey, easy. Here we go. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Let's go, defense.
They run it again with Kamara. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. The kick by Lutz is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Pick it up.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Newton gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. Call it a pickup of 7, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Don't. Get off the field.
Out of the gun, Newton. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Not today. Mike spot 4. Mike spot 4. Watch the run.
They are going to go for it. It's Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And they will finally put an end to the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
Hey, easy. Motion. Right there. 54, right there.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Drew Brees. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Lutz with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more.
And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Kiko Alonso came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
47's the mic. 47's the mic.
Let's set a tone, fellas.
47's the mic. 47's the mic. You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby.
Newton now to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. And we're back now in Charlotte. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
20.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And off his back foot, he'll heave this one deep. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it, Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct.
Ready.
The Saints
Ready,
offense on the
56,
field,
95,
ready to get their
56.
drive started. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you've won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from the first one and blew out the Seahawks.
Ready.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10.
It's a party now. Kill.
Now a handoff here to his running back. The former LSU Tiger Dante Jackson on the stop.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Ready.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
I got one.
Now they'll throw with Breeze. That's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 2nd touchdown of the night as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. They'll throw over the middle, taken in. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Get that ball.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Taking a shot for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, Newton. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4.
Mike's 47.
No gain on this defense.
47 Mike. 47 Mike. Mike 47.
Here we go on 4th. Newton. Airing it out for Olsen. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Carolina. Greg Olsen, 42 yards. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And the lead drops from 34 to 27.
Makes the score Saints 48, Panthers 21.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the...
And he's into the clear. 30. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And oh my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
The busy night continues for Kamara. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Brings it 2nd and 12 at the 45-yard line.
Here we go. Mike 54. Exit. Hey, easy. Check.
Again, it's Kamara. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
Ready. You ready? Mike 5-4. Good. Mike 4, ready. 54 is Mike. Buzz. Watch 54. Right there. 54, right there. 54. Wait,
Come to my world. We want it. Come to my world.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. Escaping the pressure right. That was going to let it go deep right sideline. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Charlotte, good night, everybody.